It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So for the Mavericks, their last game, a loss to Denver.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT. No matter how hard you played, you want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Okafor. Chris Paul is out there with Booker, and it's McDaniel at the small forward. Now here's Beal. Soft touch off the glass.
A strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they got that second chance by virtue of forcing the overtime, and then things really swung in their favor after that.
Here's Rose. It's rebounded by Dallas. From deep. And the release was before the buzzer.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team. When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of an asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
We've got Allen. Damari Carroll is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Jordan in at center. That's the Boston Five. And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Dishes to Booker. And that one's good. Booker's got his first 2 points.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And it's Rose penetrating. Got a piece of it. In the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but... And that's it for halftime as the second half is just...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Here's who Rick Carlisle starting the second half with. Booker out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Okafor, and it's McDaniel at the 3.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And here are the Mavericks now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Rebound, Boston.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Here's Stokes. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Boston making a switch here. Allen's checked in, and Dallas also making the switch. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Booker. Boston shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
That's his first personal foul.
Free throw good. Beal. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Boston.
2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. The Mavericks trailing.
Yeah, the shot clock's off. This could be the last possession of the quarter.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. That's exactly what they should have in mind here.
Al Paul. Stolen by Faried. Here's Rose. Finished off the break.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. And so it's Dallas with it, trailing by 4. They've got Damari Carroll out there. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Kenneth Faried. That's Tony Allen, and it's Beal in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
Faried, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Dallas making a switch here. Booker's checked in. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 4. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
All right, Doris. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Boston making a switch here. Rose is checked in. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 5. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A different look for Dallas. Okafor comes in for Kevin Seraphin. And Stokes subbed in for Bismack Biyombo. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
Okafor with the screen on Rose. Pass to Okafor. Over to the wing. Paul for 3. Jordan with the rebound. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Paul. No good. And so it's Boston scraping.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan player, Bradley Beal.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean,
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.